Hi, my lovely people. Oh, Choice TV, you're here. My sister, hey. Omo wash share. Person picking look for work, you find work. Now you be today. So I was held down at work. So yeah, hence why I had to postpone. So let's wait for YouTube to notify others. Please like this live stream as it come in. Like the live stream as it come in. Okay. Um, this is gonna be a very quick live stream, guys. It's going to be a very quick one. So we're just going to, dive into the matter at hand and then, get everything sorted. Okay. Please like this live stream as you come in. Please like the live stream. Hello, guys. Good evening. I know this is the first time ever I'm having a live stream as late as this, but please like and share as you come in. Okay, we're going to be here. We won't be here for a very long time. It's going to be a very quick video. So I guess the 1 minute is up. So my name is Wemimo and I'm also known as Thatmumof5 and also known as TMO5 Kanduko. If you are new to my channel, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. So you all know by the title, the video for today or the live stream for today. So apparently there was a video that started circulating over the weekend about UK Metropolitan Police warning Nigerian women to stop reporting their husbands. Guys, I don't know, maybe there's a different version of the video that I watched, because the video that I watched, it was a 3 minute 45 seconds video. And even though there are so many things wrong with that video, okay? There are so many things wrong in that video where I had to watch that video about 4 to 5 times. And I don't think I heard anywhere in the video where the police officer was particularly warning Nigerian women. Guys, if any of you have seen that video, let me know. We are going to be playing it here. So the total video, the video that I watched was about 3 minutes 45 seconds. So we are going to play that video. For those of you who don't understand Yoruba, where the police officer spoke Yoruba, I will interpret for you, I will translate for you. Okay. So let's listen to the video. So the first thing he said there was that no parent deserves to know the grave site of their children. That was how this video started. Okay, so where is child? He said the prayers that Nigerians pray is that our children should be the one that will take over, that is, we will grow older and our children will outlive us. That is a prayer that we Nigerians, and that is a prayer I pray for myself, that my children will outlive me. I will not outlive my prayer. My children will outlive me. I will not outlive my children. So that's the prayer he was saying there. For those of you who don't understand Yoruba. But today, what are we saying is the opposite. It's the opposite. I think we need to change our orientation. Those of you that feel like, oh, your husband is not important, go back to the root. See that those of us, so I don't hear any Nigerian here. Those of us, he said, those of you that feels that your husband is not important, go back to the roots. So it's only the wife that can go back to the roots. Husband cannot go back to the roots. I have a lot of problem with this video. Okay, so let's just be taking it step by step like that. We won't be long on this live stream at all. Please like this live stream as you come in. Even though he's not doing anything, even though if he's not doing anything, I hope you guys are listening. I, my Saint Emmanuel, even though if he's not doing anything, in this modern age, it is allowed, it is all right for a man to be at home, and even though he's not doing anything. I hope you guys are listening to what I'm listening to. And by the way, people were like, this video was done years ago, that it's not a recent video. Okay, but we are getting somewhere with this video. Sometimes you might want to talk to your child.
Well, your child might not want to listen to you, might want to listen to his dad.
We've all known that for a very long time. Most times when I was growing up, I would listen to my mom. Well, maybe I would listen to my dad and not listen to my mom because I am more terrified of my dad as compared to my mom.
I want to listen to his dad. If the dad say, stop it, that time I stop it. But maybe as a mother, you're there on your own, you say stop it, because what she say? But when daddy say stop, he will stop. Even though the man is not doing it, let's try as much as possible to manage it. I don't. There's nothing like manage.
Did you guys hear him? Even if the seems that the man is not doing it, you can try and manage it. And there's nothing like manage it. I hope you guys hear that. There's nothing like manage it. Like this live stream, guys.
Sometimes it's the way we build our home, because our women feel like the man is nobody because of the way the society we find ourselves. Some of us back home.
What society did we find ourselves? I understand, obviously, as an African person, the society back home in Nigeria is different from the society here. But then, is it because you now come from Africa, Nigeria, you now adopt the orientation here? Because you adopt the orientation here, it's not going to change who you are or where you're coming from. That is one thing I know.
Yeah, the benefit. No.
So it's asked there that in Yoruba that do we know what we call benefit? You know why I have a problem with this video? This is a black police officer, and there are other white colleagues of his. So he's there with his other white colleagues. Why the freaking hell is he speaking Yoruba? Is there a translator there that translates what he's saying in Yoruba to those Oyibo people? Because on a normal day, it does not make sense that you and your colleagues go somewhere to go give people advice and you're speaking in Yoruba, because you have to make whatever it is you're saying, you have to be transparent. Hello, June, how are you? You have to be transparent for the fact that the Metropolitan is a force. Like everybody, you carry everybody along. So I don't understand why he was speaking in Yoruba when he has his other white colleagues there. That's one of the problems I have with this video, actually. Even though they said it was an old video, but we are getting here. Ola, stop copying white culture. So you've known me for that long to know that I'm copying white culture. Respect yourself, okay? Let's keep listening to this video. So he's saying here that you work, you don't work, you work, or you will still feed if you are in this country. And people are like, yes. We get into this country, the government is giving us money, is giving us everything. I'm translating for those of you who don't understand Yoruba.
Benefit.
So he said, work does not mean that you are going to be rich. It says work does not mean you are going to be rich. It's normal, because there are some people, they might not even work as much as you, but then they get things easy. They're able to achieve things easy. And then you look at yourself like, I mean, I'm working all these hours. Why am I not up to par with this person that is not even working up to me? It's luck. It's your destiny. We all have different journey in life. Okay, we cannot all be Dangote. We cannot all be Otedola. That's a summary of that. Okay. So why work? If God has not said you're going to be a rich person, you're not going to be rich. That is only God's blessing, God's grace that can make you rich. Please like this live stream as you come in. That truly we came into this country so that we can help people back home. I don't know why my phone is just sitting up.
Sisters, brothers, they for you. You go back home and see some of them, they're looking better than me and you.
Yeah.
But when they call you, you will think that if you don't send to them, they will die next minute. Think about your home here. This is your home. This is where you live. The society we are living, if we allow it to be corrupted with the attitudes of the children of the youth of today, it becomes problem. It's not just for the police, it's for everybody. All those children that they've been killed, you get to, you say, maybe if your child is not at home, you'll be thinking, oh, where's this child? Where's my daughter? Where's my son? Until that child enter the house before you can have peace of mind.
Yeah, I agree.
Before you can have peace of mind.
Yes.
We just try to help. The situation, we have to work together. To work together. He said, clap hands together, it make it work.
Yes.
But we just say, no, I don't want to say anything, I don't want to do this. We, the police here, we're here to help you. We're not your enemy, we're your friends. If you have any problem, any issue, if you say any of us can stop us on the road, discuss with us, we'll give you an advice. If it's something that we don't have, we'll take it to the higher authority in the office, and they will give us the right appropriate advice.
And that's him just praying that, oh, the Almighty God that we serve will not leave us alone. And we will not know the grave site of our children. That we should take care of our children. So this 3 minutes 45-second video, I did not hear anywhere in this video where this officer say, Nigerian women, stop reporting your husband. Please, has any of you watched that video? Or is there another version that I'm watching? But this particular one that I've just played with you was 3 minutes 45 seconds long. There's nowhere in this video that this officer says, Nigerian women, stop reporting your husband to the police. There's nothing like that in this video. So maybe there's a different version. If there's a version of where it was actually saying that Nigerian women should stop reporting their husband, guys, please send it to my Instagram DM or tag me on Instagram or maybe on Facebook if you find it. So with that being said, there's another video I want us to listen to because we are getting somewhere. For the fact that they are trying to turn this into kind of some sort of narrative, I'm getting somewhere, okay? So apparently with this video, there's a lady that I listened to on TikTok, and I want you guys, if you're a woman, if you're an African woman, a Nigerian woman living in the diaspora, I want you to listen to this video clearly. Listen to it clearly because take the message. You know what? Disregard me as a message bearer, but listen to the message, okay?
Everybody, how are you? So there's this video that is going around on TikTok about a group of police.
Hello, Tolu, how are you?
Men that were advising Yoruba women specifically.
Like I said in that video, there was nowhere in that video that I played to you guys where the police officer said, Nigerian women, stop reporting your husband. There's nowhere. So people should stop sharing false news or false information. Only maybe there's a longer version of that video where he said so. But this one that I've been seeing that is circulating everywhere, there's nowhere in that video that he mentioned such. And then we are still getting somewhere because I've got stories I'm going to share with you guys.
The video to stop calling police for their husbands. Now, here is my take on that video. Nobody calls police, or nobody should be calling the police when they are not in danger.
Absolutely, I agree with that. You have no right, no reason to be calling the police if you are not in danger. Either as a woman, either as a man, either as your family. Why would you be calling the police if your life is not in danger? There's no need to call the police, and I agree with that 100%.
Nobody should be calling the police when they are not in fear of
their lives.
However,
I agree with that.
If any man or any woman decides to put their hands on you, decides to threaten you, decides to make you feel unsafe, my dear, call the police 1,000,000,000 times.
I agree.
Don't let anybody intimidate you. Don't let anybody discourage you from calling the police. If anybody, be it your wife, be it your husband, be it your child, be it your son or daughter, neighbors, anyone, decides to make you afraid of them, decides to put their hands to physically assault you.
Hello, Mother Will Talk. How are you, my sister? You came late. You've not missed, though. It's just about that video that I was talking to you about. So, like I said, that video, nowhere in that video did that policewoman say that Nigerian women stop reporting. There was nothing like that. Like I said, maybe there's another version of that video that I've not seen. But if there's that particular version where it said so, guys, you have my Instagram and you tag me in that video if you find it.
They call the police. Because before this case of stop calling police for your husband started, they should have also done a conference to advise couples on how to live together peacefully.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Mother Utos, I wonder, she did not say exactly. He did not mention anything about Nigerian women. So I just want you to listen to this advice that this woman is giving, okay? And here we are addressing both men and women. Please like this live stream, please, guys.
Don't say because you are afraid, because they said don't call police for your husband. Because it is in this country that we were all sat. When a man used a scooter, used his child's toy to batter a woman to unalive her.
That story, I'm going to be reading that story to you. I just want you to listen to this woman first. And that story that she's referring to, we are going to read about that story, okay?
A man, if you didn't hear me, a man took his son's toy,
skateboard,
that children ride, like
skateboard, and used it to buy his wife. Police were standing outside the door. They did not go in because their bosses have not ordered them to enter into this house.
Bicycle. Use it to hit his wife's head several times until that woman was unalive, until that woman died dead. In this same country. Exactly. This was less than a year ago.
She called the police, oh.
So are you saying that that woman should not have called the police?
Oh.
Or if she had the opportunity? My dear, if you are in fear of your life, if you are scared, if your husband, your wife, anybody puts their hand on you, anybody threatens you, that is what your tax money is for.
Yes.
Call the police.
Exactly.
That is their job.
Exactly. So with that being said, UK have now become zone where Nigerian women act like beasts. There's a I want to tell you something. I've always said this. If somebody start behaving somehow towards you, there's a reason. And if you look at why some Nigerian homes are a constant place for police officers, it's always about money, bills. So Ola, I know you are a man. Are you married? Are you providing for your wife? Are you giving your wife either your salary, half of your salary? Are you providing for the needs of your wife? Because if you are a man and you're not providing for the needs of your salary, tell me, how do you want that woman to give you peace of mind? Or is the woman that is doing everything? And then, just like I've always said on my channel, that you know what, it takes two to make a marriage work. If only one person is pouring into the basket, as time goes on, that one person that is pouring, we get fed up, we get exhausted, and then when they react, the other person will not understand why they are reacting. Okay, so with that being said, the story of the guy, of the man who killed his wife, let's read that story. That story happened last year. It happened last year. He used a skateboard that children used to play. He used it to hit his wife multiple times. And prior to that, there was already a report of domestic violence being made to that address. The police were aware of this couple. But the police are, so let me read the story to you. Nigerian man who killed his wife with skateboard jailed for life in UK. This is the story. It was everywhere on the news. So the story said a Nigerian man, Olubumi Abodunde, who killed his wife Taiwo with a skateboard and blamed his loss of control on medication, has been jailed for life in the United Kingdom. It was reported that Abodunde, a 48-year-old man, a resident in Newmarket, Suffolk, killed his wife on the 28th of November last year. He admitted to killing Taiwo, his wife, who suffered catastrophic brain injuries. You would imagine that a man and a woman, you the man, you are the one that saw the beautiful woman. You went to go and toast her. You asked her to marry her. So what, Jeanette, welcome. What kind of thing could that woman might have done to you or done for you? Or what kind of thing might have she done to you? For you to now look at her, woman who bore you children, woman who is giving you peace of mind, whatever it is, whatever it is, what could she have done? To that extent that you took a skateboard, and before you got to the case of a skateboard, there will have been beating of here and there, DV, before it led to the time that he actually took a skateboard. I'm reading the story to you guys now. So In Ipswich Crown Court head, a degree of ferocity was involved in a pie at the couple's home in Exney Road. Abodundo must spend a minimum of 17 years in prison. She was clearly not giving him peace of mind, okay? Abodunde must spend a minimum of 17 years in prison before he can be eligible for payroll. So now, you pay the woman that gave you children. And it was reported that this woman was the first person who arrived in the UK first. It was a year after that woman arrived in the UK that the husband joined her. Tell me, if that woman will not send you, if that woman will talk say, oh, I don't enter UK now, you will not for Nigeria, you think the woman will bother about you coming to join her? You think the woman will bother about the woman coming to join her? But for love, for peace, the husband joined her in the UK a year later. This is the woman who bore him 3 children. So, I'm still reading. The court heard on the 27th November, the day before Mrs. Abodunde's death, the couple had a domestic incident and Abodunde was arrested. So, a day before he pied his wife, they will call the police and the police arrested the husband for DV. And then they released the husband. As part of bail conditions, he had been ordered not to contact his wife. He was ordered not to contact his wife. So tell me, what stupid medication, which kind of ogun was he using? She probably had a bad mouth. What woman does not have a bad mouth? What woman does not have a bad mouth? Me that I'm sitting here, I'm not going to tell you that I'm a saint though, because at times when my husband upset me, I swear to God, at times I don't even know how to stop talking. So, the following morning, Abodunde traveled to the home he shared with his wife to retrieve a mobile phone at about 9 o'clock, the court heard. Mrs. Abodunde, a mother of 3, the woman gave birth to 3 children, had been working overnight as a healthcare assistant and had been on her way back home from a night shift. The prosecutor said Abodunde was aware of his wife's shift pattern, and CCTV showed she had arrived back at about 9:12 in the morning. Only the defender knows what happened. That's the court telling, that's the prosecutor telling the court. Third heard, people heard bee, bee, bee. The court was told 2 officers had attended the property at about 9:20 to speak with Mrs. Abodunde about the previous day's domestic violence. The officers repeatedly knocked on the door and notified them of their presence, but got no response or heard any calls for help, Mr. Spence told the court. However, between 40 and 50 thuds had been heard, believed to be Abodunde attacking his wife. CA said it's like something is transforming some Nigerians when they move over to diaspora from Nigeria. What would Nigerian police do regarding domestic disputes back home? Exactly. We're going to touch on that, CA. Officers were given clearance by senior officials to enter the property at 9:45. So, at 9:20, they were hearing bas-bos. Officers, the bosses of the lockpass, the bosses of the police officers did not give the officers the permission to enter the property until 25 minutes after. And by that time, Abodunde already pied his wife with a skateboard. When they entered the front door, they immediately found the lifeless body of Mrs. Abodunde with her skull smashed in. Can you hear that? And they are telling you that you should not call police. I swear to God, this Metropolitan, I'm going to go and start tagging them now. They will have to come back. This video they did, they will have to come back and do that video again. You need a warrant to trade with E. Remember, there was a call of DV. They arrested the man the day before. So they went back to that house that day. Mr. Abodunde was in his house paying his wife, so they could speak to the woman in regards to the incident. Meanwhile, Mr. Abodunde has been warned not to go to that address, but he went there. I hope you are listening. The man was arrested the day before because of the DV incident, and he was told on bail not to go to that house. Instead, he went there, and what did he go to do? He knew what time his wife was going to come back from work, and what did he do? He pied his wife with a skateboard, smashed her skull in. So that's that story. That story is all over the world, everywhere on social media. So what I'm going to say is this, just like the video said, there's no reason for you to call the police if your life is not in danger. if you find yourself in a situation whereby it's either your life or something else, call the police. There's no reason to call the police if your life is not in danger, if the life of your family is not in danger. Okay? However, in the case of a DV, my deal breaker in marriage is DV. Raise your hands on me and I'm freaking out the door. My husband's in the house. I'm sure he's probably going to be watching me or listening to me. Put your hands on me and I'm freaking out of the door. I grew up in a DV home. Some of you watching me might not know that. I grew up watching my dad, and I'm not proud saying this. I grew up watching my dad assault my mom. And my mom had 5 of us. She stayed with my dad. They are still together till tomorrow. And I often ask my mom, why did you stay? Why did you stay? My mom, though my dad's they are much. My dad is 74 now. He's getting old. He's getting frail. So it's much more calmer now. But then in the years before they started getting to the old age, I'm still asking my mom tomorrow, why did you stay? It's because of you, my children. Come. If at the end of the day, a man beats you, a man eats you, put his hand on you, and mistake just like this about they by his wife now. Now he's going to spend 17 years in jail. The woman is gone. The children are going to live their lives. Okay? Even though the way the children are going to be brought up, they're either going to be looked after by extended family, because I believe the wife has extended family in the UK. They're probably going to be in the care of the extended family. And if not, they're going to be put in the care system. Do you know what the care system does to black children? Do you know? So if one Olapa now go to a church or to a community and is telling you, a black man for that matter, and he's telling you that, well, like I said in that video, there was nowhere in that video where it said, Nigerian women, stop reporting your husband. I'm telling you this, to be honest with you guys, okay, you are a married woman, my husband and wife from Nigeria, you've been married for 20 years. You both are living, you were living whatever it is your husband was doing to you, you were living with him. You don't have any issues. And you now come into the UK. And then all the things that you've been keeping quiet about in Nigeria, and you now come into the UK and you're now calling the police. I would ask you a question like, madam, so you live with this same man for 20 years. And you're now going to the UK. What changed? Why are you suddenly reporting? Because you could have packed your bags. And I'm going to say this again. See, if I were not in the UK and I'm back home in Nigeria with my husband and he puts his hands on me, I'm still of the opinion I will walk out the door. Because this man bothering that bite his wife. Now, if it was in Nigeria, trust me, it will probably just lock him up for some days and then he will be out and about. And then he will move on with his life. Ola said, why Nigerian men are not doing it, Nigerians? Well, Ola, try and construct your sentence. Your sentence is not making sense to me, okay? So sad he have no right to go to that home. To be honest, he was told, he was warned, according to the bill instructions, do not go to that house. He went there. So he knew what he was doing. And that's why I said, a woman you claim to love, a woman you profess to love, who gave you 3 children, what could she have done to you to have put you in that kind of rage? What could she have done to you to have put you in that kind of rage? As a man, as your dogu that you are, why can't you be, even though you've been warned not to go back to that address, but you went back. And then you did what you did. He's in jail now. The children are lacking because both parents are no longer there. Tell me, how do you think those children are going to grow up? That's a question for you to answer. BPD said, women report men for not meeting their emotional expectations and household standards. So in the UK now, as husband and wife, when everything is hard now, the wife is going to work. Man, the house, they babysit. Both of you could both babysit. And I'm always of the opinion that it's not fair on a parent that is actually sitting down at home while one is going to work, because the one that is going to work all the time is missing out on the children you both have. So this person is working Monday night, doing all the overtime, and one parent is staying at home with the children. It's not fair because the other parent who is constantly working is missing out on time they should be spending with the kids. Hence why I am team husband and wife must put same hand on the table. If na night shift you want to work as a husband, work night shift. When you come back during the day, you spend time with the children. If it is afternoon shift, the wife wants to work, let her work afternoon shift. When she come back, she'll spend time with the children. That way, you both have equal access, equal time to spend with the kids. That is how I feel a family orientation should be. But a family where it is just one person going out to bring daily food, it's not fair. It's not fair on that person who is constantly going back and forth. It's not fair. Okay? Ola said, hold on to your culture. I am a born and bred Yoruba Naijamo Jebu girl, so my culture cannot be extinct. It's going to live with me. Okay? BPD said, can we address the link between DV and psychological abuse from both sides? As a man, you can be so battered with what is test psychological stress limits. Staff Rice said, once money goes up for women, most of them refuse to be submissive to her. I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you. So, in a world like this, where there are job opportunities, and Miriam Njogu said, I escaped an abusive man to save myself and my children. The level of peace I have today, I wonder if I want to. Good work. God save you, Miriam. Well done. So, in the case of DV, it happens to men and it happens to women. But for the purpose of this video that has been circulating, I'm addressing women. I'm going to say it again. If you like, maybe you might not come back to my channel again. But if a man ever raises hands on you without giving him the reason to, it's not what having you as his wife. You need to pack your bags and leave. When this case of abuse, like I said, if a man raises hand on you for the first time, he's going to forever do it. And then based on what a lot of police officers were saying there, that benefits. I'm always like, okay, you are in the country. That is how this society works. They provide for their people. And if you are entitled to it, apply. Don't feel shame. Don't feel ashamed for applying, because if you meet the eligibility criteria, apply for it. And by the way, when you are applying for that money, what do they call it? Child benefits. Child benefits. It is not for you, the mother, to go and start buying designer handbag. It is not for you, the mother, to come and start buying gold. It is not for you, the mother, to come and start buying arushi ashwebi. It's child benefits. It's meant for your children. It's not meant for you. Because at the end of the day, you are the one who gave birth to these children. The government is only supporting you to cover some other area of needs that as a parent you might necessarily not be able to afford. That's what that money is for. Maybe during the year now, your kids are going back to school. You buy your son the school shoes, and in 6 months' time, you broke the shoe. With that money there, you'll be able to buy him another shoe. But that's when some women will start using the money anyhow. Offer gold, ashwebi, but back to match. They start spending money anyhow. Instead, put that money aside for that child. And I've heard cases of where this benefit is a bone of contention between husband and wife. Because look at this country, in most cases, it's the women who often apply for this money. Okay? It's the women who often apply for this money. And then, yes, the man knows the wife is getting it. And some men, just because they know the wife is getting the money, they will start putting the money they make into their pocket. Shebi, you are getting benefit for the children. Just because the woman is getting the benefit for the children does not mean that you, the man, have to stop your responsibility on your family. That money is meant for your children. They need to buy school fee. They need to buy school uniform. They need to go on school trip. Me that I'm sitting there, you know how many all this me and my husband have paid for my children. This year alone, my last daughter went to Paris, £950. She went to Paris for 5 days. We paid £950 for her flight and hotel stay. £100 spending money. And then I took her to go and shop. Spent about maybe £200 on outfit to wear. So that's like almost £1,150 for one child to go on a school trip. And that's where some parents will now get such money. They will now say, hey, I want to go and buy gold. I want to go and buy Gucci. I want to become a Gucci gang. So if you're entitled to benefit, apply for it and collect that money. But then, as the husband, just because the government is paying this money to your children does not mean that whatever money you should be supporting your family with, you are now withholding and holding it back. That would upset some women. Or the women, you're working, and when it comes to Babalagbaja, how much are you going to put down? That's when you say you don't have money. So I believe it takes two to tango in a marriage. It should not be just one person. It should not be the man alone doing it. And it should not be the woman alone doing it. I've seen cases, I've seen stories of people saying, in this abroad, that's when you hear man saying, with bills, you have to spill bills 50-50. I don't mind spilling bills 50-50 with my husband. Because that is what the society is about. Okay? That is what the society is about. If I were to be back home in Nigeria, I think I would do 50-50 with my husband. No. I would bluntly say, no. You are the odogu, the head of the home. You provide for your family. But because I know how the system works here, to make money is not easy. You have to work your ass off. So yes, why not 50? Yeah, why not? If I wouldn't even wait until you ask me for my own 50%. I will have okay, babe, or call me, bye in the money. So when it comes to that benefit, because like I've read several cases, I've seen several institutions whereby the husband like, she won't buy benefit, she you're collecting benefit for the children. You heard yourself say it's benefit for the children, it's not for you. It's not for you. Put it into a trust fund for those children and spend your own money. Spend the money that you are going to work and they are paying salary, spend that money. So Nigerian women abroad, do not let any police officer put yo-yo. Do not let any false narrative story. Like I said, that video that I played, that 3 minutes 45-second video, there was nowhere in that video the officer said, Nigerian women, stop calling police on your husband. If your husband lays his hands on you, call the police because you are working. That's where you're. If you're a man, your wife put her hands on you, call the police. Because at the end of the day, you look at DV happening and you wonder how a man who claims to love his wife will put his hand on his woman and you expect her to continue to give you a marital rose. Because I don't understand it. You say you love a woman and you are putting your hands on her every day. And at the end of the day, you still expect her to respect you. You expect her to go to work and come and do 50-50 of bills with you. You expect her at night time to raise her legs up for you to satisfy your fucking needs. And you claim you love her and you're putting your hands on her. You want her to respect you when you go out. You want her to be giving you PDAs when you go out. You want her to show you that you want her to be submissive when you are hitting her every day. Trust me, I don't pray that happens to me. Because if it does, I swear to God, my mouth will not stop moving. My mouth will not stop moving. My own father that raised me up did not put his hands on me. And this is the man that now came to come and beg me to marry him. That I was walking jejely on my own on the street. You come and toast me. You marry me, finish. You now want to turn me into your punching bag. Hell no, it's not going to happen. And I'm not saying the same does not happen to men. It does happen to men. But majority of the cases that get reported is the women's case. Okay? Majority of DV happens mostly to women. And why I'm saying that is because it is the women who mostly report theirs. Men don't often report this if it happens to them. And I think it's high time men start coming out as well to report it. Don't say because you're a dogu. Don't say because your self-esteem or your confidence is going to be ridiculed. Come out and say it if it's happening to you. I'm going to read comments. Miriam said, you are so fair. I agree with your approach. Thank you so much, Miriam. So women are gross respectful. Well, Nigerian men marry white women. Even the ones who will marry white women, the nonsense that most of them take from white women, they cannot take it from their black women. I know of plenty of them in my environment here. Our Nigerian men that are marrying white women care for you, okay? They will care for you, but then they will spill bills with you, but then whatever is your bill is your bill. If they tell you no, it's no. Let them, if them born that African man, well, let him put his hands on the white woman. So the African men cannot put their hands on the white woman they are dating or marrying, but then they can put their hands on an African woman. No be the same blood they flow inside the Oyinbo body and the black woman. No be waiting there between the Oyinbo leg, there between the black woman leg. Miriam said, I don't even understand how you spend your child's money on yourself. I don't understand how some women do it. Nigerian women have no love. Maybe the ones you've met are the ones who no get love. Ola. Andrew said, we need more content like this as practice as continued year after year. Okay. Jeanette said, I think if a man that has had enough of a woman, he can exactly walk away. Look at that case of that Kenyan Olympian Kenyan lady. So he was an ex. He has moved on. He has a wife and child, though. He still has a way of coming back to meet the ex lady, his ex girlfriend. Doused her in petrol and burnt her alive. You all know that Kenyan lady, that Olympian lady, the Rebecca checked there. I was doing the live stream yesterday. Her ex-boyfriend couldn't let her go. Came to her house, doused her with petrol, and set her on fire. He once loved her. She moved on. Why can't he bloody move on? And I asked this question in my live stream yesterday. Why is it that African men, a certain percentage of African men, find it difficult to let a woman go when the woman walks away? It's easier for them, it's easier for African men to walk away from a woman. But when a woman does the same for them, they find it difficult to let that woman go. Why? Why? Is it because now the woman thought she know they do again, so you don't want her to go? If I can't have you, nobody else will. Jeanette said, not destroy her or eat her or expire. You are truly giving great advice. God bless. Amen. Miriam said, yes, let's stop abuse. It has to stop. Because if you can come abroad as a Nigerian man and marry a white woman and you can't raise your hand on her, you can't shout at her, why can't you do the same when you marry a black woman? Why can't you do the same? Ego said women mount now razor in UK because they have the power. Well, like I said, the system here works. Do you know how many cases of femicide that's happening in Nigeria right now? There was a case of a husband and wife, Igbo couple here in Scotland. I don't know what that woman did to the husband. Okay, I can't remember the story clearly off my head. But this Igbo woman, the Igbo woman and the woman, they went home to Nigeria, to their hometown. The wife was in her own house. I don't know what happened, but I think the wife was in her house with her own brother. So it was late at night. The husband tried to put the key in to enter into the house. He was banging the door. So the wife's brother now said, uncle, I did not lock the door because I knew you were coming. You could have just used your key and you'd have been able to enter. So he was mad. Do you know what this Igbo man did? He went out angrily, came back to his house with petrol, doused his wife in petrol, burnt her alive. It happened in, I can't remember the name of the town, but it was in an Igbo land. And this one and this woman, they are here in Scotland. They've been here for years. They have 4 children. He also doused his wife's brother in petrol. It was on that one's dying bed before he died that he said it was his sister's husband who came to the house, doused them in petrol, and set them alight. So I don't know where that man is currently being jailed. Maybe he's jailed in the UK or not. But that story, I'm going to put the link in this live stream after I finish so you can go and read it. Why? Rate of femicide in Nigeria is crazy. And then we have a country where they don't care. They don't give a hoot about you. And you think that women would not come to a society like this and they have the opportunity to report an abusive partner to a police to get away, and you think they will not take it? You think most women whose marriage, so you think most marriages are breaking down? You think none of the parties has ever tried to make it work? But then in most cases, it's always the woman who's always making the better effort to make it work. Because at the end of the day, the man is already calculating how many girls' skirts he go enter as soon as the woman move away. Learn to walk away. If a woman is not making you happy, let her go. Let her go and don't turn her into your punching bag. Yes, nighttime needs to be satisfied. So after lambading her, validating her, giving her the beating of her life, you still expect her to open her legs for you at night. I swear to God, if such man come near me, that thing between your leg, I will use it to do akara. CSN UK child benefit for eldest only child is 25 pounds. The money is not even a lot, but then if you put that into a savings account for your children, when they turn 18, you could put that money into their first car, or you could put it into maybe a savings for them so that when they want to buy their first property. But some of our African parents, they know they think like that. Some of our Nigerian parents, they know they think like that. Now to collect that money, spend straight. You don't think of putting it into something for your children's future. Help them set up. They don't think that way. They see the money now, they want it done. They want to go and do big madam in Nigeria. Or they want to wear to go to a party where neck bling bling with gold. When you should be setting up your children's future with the money, because at the end of the day, the Nigeria where you come from, how much government talk less a roof over your head, talk more they're going to give you money to look after your children. But then you are in a country where the system is that is what the system does for their own citizen, and you can't use that opportunity to gather that money and save it and make it into a tangible something for your children. And it's on top of that money, some husbands will be fighting their wife on top. Some ladies change their behavior when they get to abroad. Some Nigerian men stop marrying these women. Their cup of tea. Let them keep marrying Oyinbo. Some of them will marry Oyinbo. They will look after the children where Oyinbo don't born for another man before, on top of their own. At the end of the day, if that Oyinbo born for you, you should be thanking your stars. Miriam said, I saw on Twitter a woman saying a woman is a man's mother, and women were saying now we have to submissive mothers to men. No. And at the end of the day, a man who wants his wife to respect. My network is failing. I'm rounding up, guys, because my network is starting to mess up. Your woman shabbily, trust you get what you give. It's simple as that. But the purpose of this video is to say, if you are ever in a DV relationship, if you are watching me right now and you are in a DV relationship, it's not too late for you to get out of that relationship. I don't care if you have 20 children. I know there's stories of people saying, oh, women will call police because they want to get benefit, blah, blah. Do you all think that is how it works? Do you all think that is how it works? Don't listen to all these stories. It does not work that way. If you think, oh, if you call the police and the police send your husband packing, they are going to give you a beautiful house. They will throw you into a homeless accommodation. They will throw you into an homeless accommodation. So if you can't settle your issues, and it means that both of you are going to start bad with each other, one of you have to leave. One of you have to leave, because your life is much more important than one other part telling you not to call police. If your life is in danger, if either your husband or your wife or a family member, yes, a family member, because if a neighbor tries to endanger your life, would you call police? Yes. But then your husband or your wife is trying to endanger your life, and you're like, oh, he loves me, he won't do that. Look at the case of the Abordun race. The toy they bought for their child was what this man used to buy his wife. And I believe the officers that attended that case, I read that they were under investigation. They were under investigation as to why did it take them 20 minutes, even though they were standing at the front of the house. They were hearing the bass, and they did not think they should go in. I'm going to read comments and I'm going to be rounding up, guys. I've got work tomorrow. Mary said, especially when the woman is doing well for herself. You know what? There are lots of successful women. The richest woman in Nigeria today, before she divorced her husband, did we ever heard what happened? But they went their separate ways. But then they've got 4 grown-up children. They've got 4 grown-up children. There are so many women who are rich today, and their husbands are with them. We've never heard stories of that they separated, or they fight today, or they come on social media saying, I'm leaving my husband, blah, 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 blah. Because at the end of the day, it takes 2 to tango. Just as they will say that behind every successful man, there's a woman. Same thing, behind every successful woman is a man. That is how the story should remain. And it should not bring any jealousness. It should not be, okay, you have money now, I will show you. You have money now. Okay, when Mr. have money. No. No. Look at Serena Williams there. Just like I was talking about that Kenyan lady that her ex-boyfriend died. Everywhere Serena Williams go, her husband goes. Anybody mess up with her, they both go on social media, he blasts those people. You mess with his wife, he goes on social media, he calls that person out and blasts that person. What are we talking about here? Miriam said they cannot let women go because of narcissism. They don't see women as full human beings. Me, I've said it, and I'm raising my children like that. I've got girls. Don't ever, ever allow a man raise their hands on you. And don't, if you're going to get married, go. And I'm saying this, giving advice to those of you who are dating to marry. Make sure you certify the kind of job that man you are about to marry is doing. If you don't see that koro job as the kind of job that will make sure that income is continuous, run 440 for your life. They'll say business. If you don't see the business, if you don't see that business with your eyes, to see that, okay, that business, so it's going to be able to sustain me and my husband. And also as a woman, don't go into a marriage if you don't have something doing. If you don't have a job and you say you want to marry, I beg, what are you taking into that marriage? Because at the end of the day, some women will say the reason why they don't want to leave their DV marriage is because they don't have money. Yes, it's because they are dependent on the man. Get something doing. Learn a trade. If the school is not schooling for you, learn a trade. Me that I'm sitting here, apart from my job, apart from my profession, I have other things that I do. And when I want to splash on myself, I splash without thinking twice because I worked. Every month, when I collect my salary, I come out £100 from that my salary and do whatever I want to do with it for myself. And mind you, I've already put my savings to the side. After my salary, I put my savings to the side. I remove £100 to do as I wish. If na new bra and pant I want to buy, I will buy new pant and bra. I don't have to ask my husband to give me money to buy new pant and bra. I'm a fragrance, I'm a perfume collector. Look at that. If I see any perfume that they release today now and I smell, I love it, my next payday, go to shop, buy it, because yes, I deserve it. Because as a woman, if you're working for your money, you're looking after your family, why should you not look after yourself? You don't have to wait for your husband to give you money before you buy yourself a bra and pants or before you make your hair. So as a woman, if you're dating to marry, make sure you have a job. Make sure you have something that is giving you money. So if at the end of the day, the man that you are about to marry is pretending, or you've not seen the full color of that man, and the man eventually marries you and started turning you to punching bag, so that it will be easy for you to get out the door and not say, I don't have money. Because in most cases of DV, women who don't leave is because they don't have money. They've been solely dependent on that man for everything. William said it goes both ways. Yes, it goes both ways, but I'm mainly focusing on women, mainly because of the video that people have been saying, police said Nigerian men. Like I said though, that video, I did not see anywhere. I did not hear. I'm sure those of you that joined me from the beginning of this video, I did not hear anywhere in this video where this police officer said Nigerian women stop reporting. He was just talking about the fact that mainly from what I took away from that video was both of you should learn to train your children. If you're talking to your son and he's not listening to you, and the son listens to his dad, I'm happy. As I am sitting down here, my kids are closer to my husband. Yes, my kids are much closer to my husband. Me, I am a no-nonsense mom. So most times, they will gravitate towards their dad before they come to me. And I'm happy that way. At least, if anything, they know to come to one of us. So why would I have an issue that my children are being closer to my husband? Not being born them. Not being born them. I mean, with all of my children, none of them has my traits. Now their papa, you see my kids, you see my dad, you see my husband, you see my kids, or you see my kids, you see their dad. So now where they don't even resemble me, I will now be offended that this. No. Jeanette said, African Andrew Senior Team said, not good practice around children as they live out that. Exactly, yes. No married where there's no fracas. And this is me saying this to both male and African men and African women. There's no marriage without fracas. But if it's starting to get to a stage whereby you're like, no, if I remain, one of us is going to lose our lives. Then one of you have to walk away. Because especially where there are children involved. Because you want to stay alive for those children. Because those children did not beg that you should burn them to this world. You want to stay alive for both of them. And the success of your children tomorrow should be down to both mom and dad. Hence why at times, some women, when they leave their husband, they will take the children. Why are you freaking taking the children? Why? Why are you taking the children? You both have equal right to that children, to those kids. Because at the end of the day, you take the children away. You cater for them on their own. You deny them their father. They now grow older, successful, they are rich. You think you can control them not to spend or look after their father? Big lie. So women, those of you that you leave your husband, you take your children. No! Let him be a part of the life of those children, because at the end of the day, you've just been the one who suffered on those children, and those children are going to become rich, become well-to-do, and you think you can control them and say, by the way, Babe, don't give me money. You can't do that, because those kids have a mind of their own. So I am team, if your relationship goes sour, allow both, either if it is the man that has the children, or man, allow the woman have access to the children. Woman, allow the man have access to the children, because it takes two to tango to make babies. And from that video that police officer was saying there was that both of you should be a part of the child's life. That so that we don't allow all of this that is happening, because many from that video was like about children, like parents saying that, oh, you know how your children go out and you will not go to bed until your children comes back. It's true. Here, even me that I'm grown up here, when my kids are not back from uni, at times my oldest 8 o'clock, I'm like, where are you? Oh, mom, there's traffic. At times I won't be able to sleep because I want her to come back from uni before I go to bed. Every parent does that. So what he was basically saying in that video is that no parent prays to see the grave site of their children while they are still alive. It should be the other way around, that you grow old and your children will be the one to, look after you, and your children will be the one to see your grave site when the time, when you're old. Don't allow the norms of this society stop you from training your kids the way you're meant to train them. Obviously, I know there are some parents who police officers. I think what the police should be doing is the fact that how to, like, the do's and don'ts when it comes to children, so you don't have social services issues. Because in most marriages or in most homes where there have been issues of police, when social services got involved, fracas, see, that family will never be the same again. That family will never be the same again. But I'm saying to you, last words before I round up. I'm rounding up in an hour, so we will finish. Women, if a man here in the UK, in the abroad, Nigerian women, I'm telling you, if a man ever puts his hand on you and he keeps doing it, turn into your punching bag, pack your bag and leave. Or you call the police. Nigerian man, if your wife is putting her hands on you, either you pack your bag and go or call the police. So that video, like I said, there's nothing in that video that says, Nigerian women, stop calling police on your husband. There was nothing like that in that video. Like I said, maybe there's a different version, but this is what I saw. There was nothing like that in that 3 minutes, 45 seconds video. I'm going to round up. I'm going to read comments, and I'm going to round up in about 5 minutes, okay, guys? African Original said, what you're saying is sensible, my star. Let UK government or UK police warn their women to stay clear black women. You can't stop that now. Black women need their men. They come in their billions to take our black men. In fact, if black men want to go out, you think some black men, they show them. They show them. If I wish this platform is not where we come and be saying all of those things. But black man, we decide to go and marry a woman. Whatever your eyes see there, or Faramo, you sit down there. No shaking. You stay there. You stay there. Yeah, no shaking. Jeanette said, my mom always said, if a man lays his hands on you, leave. Once it's more than enough. Absolutely. That once, if he hits you and you fall and you're not able to get back up, it only have to take once. Miriam said, run to a shelter. If I had stayed, we were heading for Kwai. He lived like my fourth child. And when I decided to leave threat, I called police, hid a shelter for him not to climb me. We are safe. Well done, Miriam. You are better alive to look after your children than being dead. Hey, guess what? You are very pretty. Thank you. I mean, that said, my God, that I said, please be polite with you. That one I did not even see you. You know, I was ignoring all those one who don't have brains today because I don't want to be cussing. I'm not the kind of person who come here and cuss at people. It does not speak well of me as a pretty, well nurtured, demure lady. See, yes, at least UK police try to give some advice. What advice would Nigerian police even give? Nigerian police, those ones, Orokpesije, let us not talk. Miriam said, as a woman, especially an African woman, make your own money. Yes, make your own money. I know people will say, what do you mean by make your own money? You are a married woman. What do you mean by make your own money? At the end of the day, when that man runs short of money, who is he going to come and ask for money? Who? Oh. And I said it again. Women knows how to manage money than men. Women knows how to manage money than men. I'm saying this 100% with my full chest. I wouldn't have been able to escape if I didn't have my money. Well done to you. Never did joint account because I was the only one who consistently had money. Wink, wink for you, Miriam. I mean, that said, thanks, Onichukulade, for the compliment. Andrew said, all women should value themselves and let us all fight this squad. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't understand how some people think buying somebody's life, a life that you cannot take, much more the life of the person you claim to love. The life of the person you claimed to love. If not for anything else, think about the first, like the moment that things were both beautiful between both of you. He did not think of that. He carried that woman away. Osamede said, can men learn to be careful with this kind of woman while that is knowing everything to Chuchu? Osamede or Eugene, now your type they marry Oyinbo woman. And me, I know what Oyinbo woman they do to people like you. So continue. Or there. Trade with Osamede, be quiet. You don't have Uncle Beno. Hi, Uncle Beno. It's been a while. How are you? You've been through a lot. Anyway, guys, I'm just running up. So I've postponed this live stream since 7 o'clock because I was meant to finish from work at 7 o'clock today, but I had to stay, to give them a hand because they were short staffed. So that's just the advice I'm going to give you guys. Like, guys, police will not tell you that if you find yourself in a situation whereby it means your life is going to get pied. Police will never tell you not to call police. I am telling you, whatever situation you find yourself, which means that you may probably lose your life, call the police. Call the police. And lastly, that video, I did not hear anywhere the police said Nigerian women, because the way all of the social media and have been saying Nigerian women stop calling police, and there was this woman with a beret and saying Nigerian women. Maybe there's a different version of the video that I've not watched, oh. But if there's any of you, other than 20 of you watching me, if there's another version that where the police officer said so that I've not seen, please tag me on Instagram, that mom of five, or tag me on TikTok, or tag me on X. You'll find me if you put my name, that mom of five, you find me, tag me, let me go and watch. Okay, stay safe, guys. Stay safe. In as much as you are staying for your children, this life now, once you go leave them, you no go leave them twice. Okay, you no go leave them. Anyway, thank you guys so much, guys. I need to go freshen up now. I've been at work since half 7 this morning. I need to go freshen up and I'm back to work tomorrow. So thank you so much, each and every one of us. Stay safe, say no to DV. Men, learn to love your wife. Women, learn to love your husband. If na matter no gree, mo na go na separate ways. No be do or die. Marriage no be do or die. Relationship no be do or die. Stay alive for your children. Okay? Have a wonderful sleep tonight. And if you're coming across the channel for the first time, don't forget to like, support my channel. I've got some, fleece, jumpers, thermal cups that you can buy from my shop. That way you can support my channel. And also, you can super chat me as well. You can super chat me as well. Subscribe if you've not yet subscribed. Modern Talking, thanks for the compliment. Subscribe to my channel, support my channel, super chat, buy my products, and you can catch up on all of my videos as well. And yeah, share this video as well for a sister out there who is still thinking, how am I going to live this marriage? This man will buy me. How am I going to live? Share this video, and I hope to catch up with you in my next one. All right, have a lovely Tuesday night. Bye.